Welcome to the 2013 NIT inside Thompson Bowling Arena on the campus of the University of Tennessee. The Volunteers host the Mercer Bears in first-round action. Let's take a look at our first-round bracket to see that BYU has advanced. The winner of tonight's game will face them. Louisiana Tech also awaiting the winner of Southern Miss in Charleston Southern. John Saunders alongside of Coach Bob Knight. And Coach, we've seen this before. A Power 6 conference takes on a smaller conference, in this case, the Atlantic Sun. And the coaches sometimes worry about their team taking the night off or not being ready. You don't think Tennessee necessarily in that position?
No, I think that Tennessee will really come out hard. I think they'll be very quick defensively. I think they will want to show Mercer, hey, we're a superior team. Now, Mercer's got to come out and do the same thing. And they've got to show Tennessee this is not going to be a pushover game for you people, because particularly if Mercer can do that, then I'm sure that the Tennessee kids are thinking, hey, these guys might be a little bit better than we thought they were. And that gives Mercer, if an advantage can be gotten out of that kind of thinking with either team, I think it would benefit the team that's basically the mid-major team.
There may not be an advantage when we go one-on-one and take a look at the guards, because both teams have outstanding duos.
Well, you talked about the guards a little earlier, John, while we were just talking, and you picked that up right away. You thought that there would be very good guard play, not just by a kid or two, but by the guards from both teams.
Langston Hall and Travis Smith and Trey Golden and Jordan McCray. Those are four of the very best that you can see. And in the starting lineups, another interesting matchup is going to be in the middle. Well, Daniel Corsi is going to have to take on a big load.
Well, I think that the inside people, as we saw last night in our game, the inside people for Mercer are going to have to be able to play and play effectively at both ends against the big kids from Tennessee.
These starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. And there's a look at the starting lineups for Tennessee. And Darnell Stokes is a guy that Coach Conzo Martin says, if he gets off to a great start, expect big things of him. So we'll watch for that in this game. Time to go to the tip and ready to play.
What you need as a coach is a guy that always gets off to a great start.
Wouldn't that be nice? You could depend on that.
I had a few of those over the years, and it made things a lot easier.
I was going to say, you definitely had a few of those, although it helps to have a little spark to get you started as well.
Great pass right off the bat. I think they called a walking violation.
Travel.
Trying to, a little bit anxious, a little bit too quick with it, but an awfully good offensive movement, John.
Atlantic Sun Coach of the Year is Bob Hoffman. He says he still gets extremely nervous before a game. How are you before games?
I probably felt the same way. I never ate, and
Golden from outside knocks in the first points of the game.
You know, that was not a bad shot. It was a good pass. He was really set for the bucket. Really set.
Look at the quick pass down there to Gollin.
Gollin made a good cut, but what made the cut effective, the ball was right there when he was in position to put it in the bucket.
Jordan McCray.
Tennessee, as I've seen him, is a team that has good patience on the offensive end. They'll work for different things. They'll go to the bucket just like that. Really nice drive.
Armani Moore with the score as he gets a little floater to go. Ball dumps it down. Corsi lays it off the glass.
You know, Corsi was very smart with that. Gave a little move with his hands, brought the ball a little bit, got the defense kind of going after a little fake, and then great touch on the board. This has been a really interesting start at both ends, John.
Corsi will not be intimidated to play against Tennessee. He had 20 points against Alabama in a win that Mercer had at Alabama. Stokes dumps it underneath, and that pass gets knocked out of bounds. Conzo Martin has done a terrific job here, 20-12 this year, 11-7 in the SEC. And in years past, that would have been enough to get you into the NCAA tournament, but not this year. As we saw last night with Alabama, also 20-win, 11-win conference team that didn't make it to the tournament. Thomas bumped back. Dolan looking for Kersey, and that bounces out of bounds.
Mercer has very good offensive movement. They got the ball, they're looking, they got guys cutting.
See the best RPIs of teams not in the tournament. You can see Tennessee on that list.
Kind of a careless pass off the post. Good cut, careless pass.
Highest screen there. Skip pass cross court. And a shot from outside by Moore won't go, but chased down by Tennessee, and Golden goes back to work. Stokes has to swing that ball outside. Great shot, but a great follow. Armani Moore follows up on the miss. 4 points for Moore, and even though he starts, doesn't average a lot for this team. Tennessee, a great job to close out. Corsi, though, with the finish.
Corsi does a really good job in making himself available. That's the third time he's bailed somebody out with the ball along the baseline. He really works to get open.
It's interesting, Coach, because before the game even started, you looked at Corsi and said, there's a guy who might give Tennessee some problems. Stokes. Rattles around.
Went to sleep on the block out right there. They didn't get much of a thought of taking somebody and keeping them off the board.
Floater's no good. Corsi with the follow, gets it up on the glass.
That kid's got some game in him.
Golden comes to the ball. And again, nice defense by Mercer to force that back outside. McCray launches a three that's no good.
Oh, no, I think a little bit too much with the three with Tennessee right now.
Gollin in the post, swings it back out. Jump shot by outside by Thomas is good.
He was really set for that shot when he caught the pass. He had that shooting foot moving into position. Right hand, right foot.
Quick release as well. Oh, Corsi gets that block on Moore, who hits the deck. Gollin jump shot.
I think Tennessee needs to do a little bit more work with their post players inside. I think they've taken 5 threes already.
Drive by Stokes, ripped out of there by Corsi as he just got position. Mercer on a little 7-2 run right now with a 2-point lead. Three-pointer this time won't rattle down for Thomas.
A little bit too much of a line drive. It was in and out in a hurry.
Offensive foul against McCray. The big guy Corsi has gone after everything on the glass. Lays a couple in there. You see his season average already on the heels.
Want to make a great car interior? Stop looking at car interiors. Get inspired by other stuff. Yep, okay. Whoa. Touchscreens, put that in your dash. Luxury stuff, make your seats like that. That thing has Wi-Fi. Why doesn't your car? Give it Wi-Fi. Make it fit 5 people. Give them legroom. Good. Destroy boring car interiors forever. And that's how you do it. Easy. Well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on Dodge Dart SXT for $149 a month or $750 cash allowance.
The Capital One Cup congratulates the best of the best in college sports. Congratulations to all the NCAA Division I full national champions. These student athletes have laid it all on the line to bring honor and glory to their schools by winning valuable points towards the Capital One Cup. Follow your school and check the standings at CapitalOneCup.com to see who will win the Capital One Cup and be the best in college sports.
Our landing time got moved back another hour.
Hunger creeping up on you? Stash of Ritz Crackerfuls, made with real cheese and whole grain. Don't get caught hungry. Ritz Crackerfuls.
For more than 60 years, Wrangler's been making jeans more comfortable. Wrangler jeans give you comfort where you want it. They don't cut and bind like most jeans. U-shape. It fits around you. It gives you more room where you need it. Wrangler. Real, comfortable jeans.
Need a better battery? Get the one preferred by Autotex 5-to-1 over any other. Interstate batteries. Outrageously dependable.
ESPN News exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Dodge Dart. Dodge. New rules. Well, Mercer University didn't have to travel far to get here to Knoxville. They brought along the cheerleaders and the pep band as well, so assuming they drove from Macon, Georgia, founded in 1833.
I'll bet something Mercer did, John, and it's something that I would have done for whatever that's worth, but I would bet Mercer went over their game with Alabama and earlier in the year and said, look, we're playing a team like Alabama. We played Alabama well. We can do the same thing against Tennessee. I'll bet they did a lot of work with that.
Beat Alabama at Alabama. Now they come with yet another big body, but some changes underneath for Conzo Martin as well, as he's looking for some action. Mercer not intimidated at all. We talked about beating Alabama. He also beat Florida State.
You know, that's all right with Brown. He held his own in there, and he's going to get a bucket. Oh, should have had that one.
Brown has that swatted right out of his hands. Golden for three.
Got to get into him. Make sure your hands are into his body, so he's got to work with your hands to get the ball loose. He was able to bring the ball straight up without any hand action from the defense.
The answer back by Smith.
Smith got set really well. He turned into the shot with his right shoulder. Very well set for the shot. Now we're going to see a little zone from Mercer. A little switching, but kind of like a matchup.
Conzo Martin said he's going to go deep into his bench tonight. He wants more players to play because he wants to get a little more energy. Worried about a team that the school's going up on spring break in a few days. He doesn't want the team to go on spring break tonight. Paul around a screen of Brown, dumps it back down to Brown, and then Makajula fouls him.
This was really a strong move by Brown. You know, he really got jostled hard and maintained a good effort with the ball, laid it on the glass instead of throwing it on the glass.
See Golden from outside, and then the answer back by Smith. Can't convert the three-point play, and Makanchula comes down with the loose ball rebound.
Get to him. Too slow
Just
getting
like
to
that.
him.
Wow. Golden.
John, one of my Christmas wishes, John, always was this. I'd like to have a big man who can shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Great pass.
Brown converts. Boy, they're getting some easy looks at it by going back door. Hallis with the pass. Ooh.
That pass that Hallis made is as good a pass as we've seen, John.
Cannaveri just being hassled. But a lot of energy in this game. Both teams working hard on defense. The travel.
People, and they've had 2 passes, the big kids from on top for buckets. I think that they have done a great job of at least playing, maybe even a little more than playing Tennessee's inside guys even.
6 assists on the 8 field goals, shooting 62% from the field. And when you're getting those close looks, that'll send your numbers higher than the 43% they shot on the season. Conzo Martin reloading once again. As I mentioned, he says he's going to go deep into the bench. Lopez out there handling the ball now.
Straight zone now, straight 2-3 zone.
Macanchula's fouled on the floor. The 2013 NCAA Women's Basketball Championships tips off this weekend. The Tennessee Lady Vols square off against Oral Roberts on Saturday at 1:30 Eastern on ESPN2, online at ESPN3. Catch every moment of the tournament on ESPN's family of networks and find information on every championship at NCAA.com, the home for all 89 NCAA championships. Quick push by Mercer. Smith dumps it down. The ball goes the other way. Great job by Tennessee to get back on defense in what looked like it was going to be an easy layup.
They did do a great job getting back. A really great job getting back.
2 bodies to challenge that shot.
Mercer's back into man-to-man now. I don't like Corsi stepping out like that far from the bucket because he's going to get lost. The big guy's open, but they missed him. Corsi had a hard time getting back there.
Trey Golden again. Nope, that's Chivas who scores that bucket. Oh, Macanchula, nice job to come over and deny that entry pass.
Yeah, that may have been the most alert play so far in the game with Macanchula there on the cut, because if he's not there, it's going to be a layup. Did a good job there also, defending the cut into the post. But these guys don't get anxious, Mercer. They work, they look around, they hunt for people, and they find them.
Oh,
just
my
like
goodness.
That.
Corsi again. Now with 8 points.
Well, Hall had a great look. He made a great pass there.
That just seems a little bit too easy, though. And too often.
Well, you know, their big guys have been really good, John. They have been very difficult to handle. They've gotten open.
Shot clock goes under 10. Corsi with a great challenge of the shot of Hall. Lopez tries to enter the ball and enters it into the front row.
Watch this. Right there. Let him. Right where he needed it. Couldn't have been any better than that. That looked like Otto Graham throwing a pass to Dante Lavelli. You can't remember those guys.
I remember the names. But for those who don't,
Otto Graham
might want to go with Peyton Manning.
One of the great quarterbacks. But Otto Graham, Dante Lavelli, one of the great passing combinations in football history. And the thing about both of them, John, was I'd gotten to know both of them, and they each were very good basketball players. Otto Grant played a little bit in the NBA, along with playing as a quarterback for the Browns.
If you can pass the football.
Good screen and a great cut. A really excellent screen that Corsi set and went right to the bucket after the screen. Screen and cut, and that's exactly what he did.
16 of Mercer's 22 points have come in the paint. Ball comes up and rolls to the bucket. And again, Mercer just challenging everything.
Going to see this. Look at this screen set. Going to see it right here, not quite here. There's the screen, and then a really good cut to the bucket. That's a great situation between two guys, the man with the ball and the cutter, both knowing what the other was doing.
He's worked up with sweat. Of course, he deserves a break. It's his second break of the night, but he deserves it. Oh, great job by Tennessee to chase that down. Left-handed by Stokes, no good. Good hustle to stay with the basketball. Deep shot by McCray. Off the mark, but another look. And Stokes gets fouled.
Now, here's something that I always looked at from a coaching standpoint. Chivas made a great move to come up with that ball, John. It looked like it was going to go to Mercer. He made a great dive for it, and now they've got another possession because of that.
Jake Knelt did the scouting report on Tennessee. And thus far, you'd say he's done a good job, but long way to go. And Tennessee, the team that was pretty successful in the SEC. Stokes gets fouled as he puts the ball on the floor this time.
That's kind of a tough call there. There's a little bit of contact between both of them there. I thought Brown actually did a good job of keeping him from going to the bucket. Good coverage of the inbounds play.
Golden dumps it off to Stokes and palms that ball.
Mercer's interesting in how they cover the shooter. John, they'll come out at him with both hands up. They won't leave their right there. They won't leave their feet. Great job in coming out, and then very good defensive adjustment on the drive.
Offensive foul goes against Devontre Edwards.
That maybe when you talk about college wrestling, there's probably never been anybody that followed it that didn't put Gray Simon right at the top.
A little question, one of the kind of founding fathers of the sport, if you will. And there's a guy who's probably founding himself some time maybe in the draft of the NBA, and Daniel Corsi. Played extremely well, and he's impressed you very much.
Mercer's a very well coached and very well put together team. They know what they're doing.
That ball was tipped away.
Probably went into a little bit more traffic right there than Thomas should have. He's trying to get to the bucket, but kind of fortunate that Mercer hung on to the ball.
Watch out for the guy who inbounds the basketball, and Hall very nearly had an open look.
They have the kind of patience that allows a lot of things to happen.
Smith.
I don't like that shot.
It's an unorthodox looking, right?
Back. I just don't like the shot at all.
How about that defense getting back? Golden trying to calm things down a little bit.
Not sure about that shot clock. They didn't touch the rim on that.
No, I don't think they reset it. I don't think they reset it. Offensive foul.
They didn't. I'm not sure whether they should have or shouldn't have, but I don't think they did.
No, they definitely should not have reset it. I'm pretty sure it did. It was early in the clock, so it was still in the 30s when the block was made.
Now, I think for Mercer, it's really important that they maintain the same kind of situation they have now, so that when they go in the end of this ball game, that was a big bucket there. They go in the end of the half, that Tennessee knows that they've got to play awfully well in the second half.
And Tennessee's made one of their last 7 from the field. Fall down by 4.
One of the things that Tennessee's doing that I really like from a coaching standpoint, John, is they're playing above the baseline. You know, you and I have talked about that a lot, and that gives them an opportunity to drive either way, fake high, go low, or vice versa. You get down on the baseline, you've only got one direction to go.
Jordan McRae missed everything on that jump shot,
which usually means it wasn't a very good shot to take. I don't like that shot at all. I don't like that jump shot.
Chris Smith is struggling with his shot. And then at the other end of the break, Jarnell Stokes scores easily.
Now that's the first time that Mercer's been beaten down the floor, but they were beaten badly there. They'll run a little weave. Now that's the 3rd possession in a row. They've thrown a 3 up there. They haven't gotten anything out of it.
It's very, very strange, too, when you consider how much they've been getting the easy looks.
Oh, and the patience they've taken, and the fact that their big guys have been awfully good. He's going to come back to his right hand.
Stokes has got it going now, 6 points.
Stokes did a great job of moving in with his right shoulder and then spinning back to a little open area with his left shoulder. You could see that coming.
Ties the game at 22 apiece.
Now they've got to get something besides a 3 here.
Golan thought about it, moves in for a closer look, and a tough pass. That was going to be impossible to catch, and Konzo Martin likes what he sees thus far. You see, comparison to the schools, in Knoxville, they've got 27,000 plus compared to the 8,000 in Macon, Georgia. And the arena capacity, where you see this is one of the biggest arenas in the country.
Golan needed to get a bucket there to kind of stop the bleeding. Tennessee's come right back into even in the game. They can't let him run away with it here in the last 5 minutes. Now watch him come back. Oh, great pass.
Oh, great pass. Even tougher shot by Josh Richardson, but he makes it.
Pretty soft up there. Pretty soft touch with that shot.
Oh, nice. Hall cuts. Great little touch pass by Golan.
Defense on the cutter just led up by about 2 steps, and Golan dropped off an excellent pass, really looking for a cutter. Now we're back in the zone with Mercer.
Nice job to move the ball around and back outside of McGee. Saved once again. Trey Golden comes up with it.
Heck of an effort to make that save.
Foul, shooting a jump shot.
No, he had good pressure on him. Really good pressure. It's going to be almost an impossible shot. He fouls him, puts him at the line for 3. Dumbest play in basketball.
Denver versus Maryland, tomorrow at 7 on ESPNU.
Hey, they should make a Cool Ranch one of these. Hey, guys, they should do a Cool Ranch one.
I just said that.
So when is the Cool Ranch version coming out, homie?
Not soon enough.
I agree. You agree?
I agree.
They should make a Cool Ranch one. I'm tweeting that.
Why they don't make a Cool Ranch one?
Cool Ranch, Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
They should make a Cool Ranch one.
Well, they better hurry up before I'm dead.
We know. We did. Introducing the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco.
The Capital One Cup congratulates the best of the best in college sports. Congratulations to all the NCAA Division I Fall National Champions. These student athletes have laid it all on the line to bring honor and glory to their schools by winning valuable points towards the Capital One Cup. Follow your school and check the standings at CapitalOneCup.com to see who will win the Capital One Cup and be the best in college sports.
Think of the NCAA as a marching band. We wouldn't stop with halftime. We'd be full-time, celebrating student athletes in everything they do. Okay, so don't think of us as a marching band. Think of us as a spirit squad. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
I'm Matt Schick. Coming up at half, Jim Boeheim, head coach of Syracuse, responds to a report of the NCAA investigating the Syracuse basketball program. We'll update you on the first round of the NCAA tournament and take you around the NIT. See you at half. John?
Matt, thanks a lot. That's going to be interesting news to look at the Oranges. Jim Boeheim, very outspoken about any type of thing surrounding his program, so I'll be interested to hear what he says. Look at the bracket. The winner of tonight's game goes on to face BYU, knocked off Washington. And Louisiana Tech has already knocked off Florida State, who this same Mercer squad beat Florida State earlier this year. Southern Miss and Charleston Southern winner moves on as well. Bob Hoffman has to be happy with the way his team has played on the road tonight, although he shouldn't be surprised. They played on the road great all year.
Well, they come back, get a little rest. Be really important. The two things here that are most important for Mercer are they don't let this thing get 6-7 points away from them before the half, and they come out in the second half ready to go, and they don't get into a deficit position right away then either. They've got two important 3-minute periods coming up here. Now, this was, as I said, the dumbest play in basketball. 3 points here when he's got a lot of pressure on the shooter. There's no way he's going to make it. And there's the three. You should wrap that up, put a Christmas card on it, and just said, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much for the gift. And at a 68%, he still buries all three. But now pressure. McBee out on the ball.
I used to tell our kids, John, that the only time I'd ever shoot one of them was when he fouled the three-point shooter.
Well, that would usually discourage you. But occasionally, the kids forget, as was the case there.
Good pressure on the shooter. Again, a little bit of a questionable shot taken under pressure in the corner.
Smith that time. But again, they were having problems entering the basketball, and seems when they don't get the easy bucket, well, a blocking foul is going to be called there.
We were talking about the baseline a little while ago. There was a little fake made to the baseline and a hard move back to the middle, and he was able to draw that foul because he was able to draw the foul because he had room to drive back to the middle.
It's a 16 foul. McBee from outside. Ramos halfway down. He won't go in. Tennessee with a three-point lead. Hall backs it out. Smith tries for a floater and gets fouled by McCray.
McCray wasn't in great position right there to go up and try to block the shot. He was on the side, got him with his body. Just a little bit, need a half a step quicker. Well, I think that one of the great adages in all of sport, and as it pertains to basketball, John, is the more free throws you shoot, the better chance you have to win.
Well, didn't your teams always made more than your opponents attempted?
Well, we didn't always do that, but that's what we wanted. And we did it an awful lot. I really stressed we want to make more free throws than the other guy shoots. And to do that, you've got to look to drive, you've got to have the baseline open, and you've got to fake to set up your drive. Those three things.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of teams say they'd like to do that, But then it's a question of exactly how do you get to the line?
And the drive is just what I said. The drive is so important.
Smith from outside knocks in a three.
Now, you got to give Smith a lot of credit because in anticipating the pass, he got that right foot just back of the other one a little bit. And as the pass came, he stepped into the shot, so he was on great balance. Stepped in with that right foot. Right-handed shooter, right-footed shooter.
Chivas with it. Enters the ball. Great job defensively, denying Stokes. Smith wants to go right to the glass. Does and lays it in.
Got a mismatch right there. Caught the defense on his left shoulder, made a little fake, and went over the defense's left shoulder.
Mercer from down 4 to up 4. Stokes with a nice job to grab that loose ball before it went out of bounds. Chivas with a look at 3. Raises off the front iron. Stokes goes back with it, strong, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Here we're going to get a look at coming up real quick. Looking, pass, really good drive, strong move to the bucket.
Hallis picks up his second foul. Sends Stokes to the line. What a quick turnaround by Mercer. We were talking about avoiding going to the locker room down 6. They might be looking at going to the locker room up 6.
I think that this was really crucial. 3 minutes for them in here, John, and they've handled it extremely well. They're not going in no matter what happens here in the next minute. You know, hey, we're down 9. We can't have any more deficit than we've got right now, and we've got to really work. And they should be able to go in with some degree of lead here at the half, which shows them that they've certainly been able to compete against Tennessee.
Under a minute here remaining. Hall. Corsi back outside to Hall. Looks at a 3 and knocks it down.
I mean, the judgment that Hall had in not taking the shot originally was great. I mean, that kid deserves a real pat on the back for passing up that shot and then not taking the shot inside where there's a chance to be at block, back out to Hall, who was set for the shot. What a nice sequence that was for Mercer.
Well, there's a look at some players who've averaged double-doubles in league play, including the only man in the SEC, Jarnell Stokes. And he has been an early force in this contest, but not enough to stop Mercer from having a 6-point lead with 45 seconds left in the first half.
Well, I wouldn't mind looking at that pass that Hall made and the return that came back to him, the way those two kids worked to get an open shot. That's as good a sequence as you're ever going to see leading to a bucket.
Richardson puts it on the floor and looks for an opening. Gets it back.
Mercer shut it off really well on that left side.
Stokes with it. Stokes with a little jump hook that doesn't go. And Mercer's going to have another look with plenty of time left.
Now, the one thing Mercer just does not want to do is lose a possession here.
2 seconds left. Mercer's got to do something quick. Smith lets it go.